Today is November 13th. It's just a little bit before 12:30, 12:27 to be exact, on November 13th. And we're talking about today a setup on Amazon to the short side. And we think it's ripe for it, and we want to show you why we think that. First, let's start out with the market timing indicators. Our market timing indicators are green. We're in the green zone. We've had quite an uptrend from the lower valley to the upper peak here. And you're seeing it's not quite as high as the New York Stock Exchange closed a few weeks ago, but nonetheless, it's kind of getting up in there and it's showing a little bit of a trend. However, we believe the trend is consolidating, and so we could get a yellow condition in the next day or two. But if you're looking to be aggressive and go a little bit short, Amazon we think is a good setup for you. So let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly, we see a couple of things coming together. We see an A to B, and then a C point up here. So A point here, B point, C point, and we see the D point coming down to the 240s. That's a longer term weekly target that we have for Amazon. And you could see that the 10-week moving average is under the 40-week moving average, and everything's moving lower. That's also portending negative stuff going on Amazon. And we also, frankly, don't like the way Jeff Bezos is running the company that's growing like crazy on the revenues, but they really don't make any profit because they're investing in drones and the moon landings, and also the Fire phone, which started out at $199 and now it's 99 cents. We think they're going to write that phone off pretty soon anyway. And when they do, we just think it looks bad for the company on the earnings, and that's what drives companies up. That's what happened all the way in the last 2 years to drive this company up. Okay, so weekly we see it going down to 240, and you also see it testing this 10-week moving average this week, but it's doing it on low volume, which portends that there's a good probability, which is the game we always play. It's all about low risk, high probability trades. So we think it's going to bounce off of that and go lower and maybe do a retest of this 280 area that it tested there a couple of weeks ago. So let's take a look at the daily. Daily, we have an ABCD pattern setting up, and if you know our ABCDs, you know how they work. They go from this A point to the B point, and then this is a C point correction. And then there's a projection that's the same distance from the A to B. That's a high probability reversal setup. So this D point is where we're looking for a reversal. The trade's right now at about $316.11. And we think that since it's now over the 50-day moving average on very low volume, or the 10-week, same thing, on low volume, we think it's a really high probability for a reverse. But you know what? We could be wrong. And so we're going to set our stop here at 321. Just at this level up here, and then we're going to set another stop at 328 if you're a little bit more aggressive on that. So you got to watch your risk on this, but if you can see, there's only 10 points, 12 points of risk if you go the more aggressive, or if you're 325, there's only 5 points of risk at 321. At 321, 5 points of risk, but look at all the downside, down to $240 over the longer term. Shorter term, we think it's going to come back and test this level here, which is about $308. We think a secondary test could be right here at 292, and the third test could be down here at just under 285. I think it's 282 was the low there, and it was a very high volume low. So stocks want to gravitate back to their high volumes, and this is where we think Amazon's going to go. So make sure you put this on as a low risk trade. We're wrong as many times as we're right, but when we're wrong small, and when we're right, we want to be right big. If you want to use options to increase your leverage, we can. The puts are actually pretty cheap today. The 300 puts that expire in December are trading just around $4, and but that's got to move down 16 points. We've got to be right, and if it goes down to 296, that's obviously a break even on our puts. Pretty aggressive trade if you want to do the puts in just a month and a half on this uptrend, but we do think that there's a reversal. So maybe start small, wait for the market to turn around. If it doesn't turn around, that stock's going to keep going up, and then you're going to be taken out with your stop. Just keep your stop tight, keep your risk low, and keep your target price in mind, because your target price has a lot more room to move than your risk exit price. Good luck on this short trade on Amazon.